12,000 years ago, your ancestors signed a contract. Nobody read the fine print. Promised food, safety, and progress. It delivered kings, taxes, plagues, and back pain. And here is the uncomfortable part. You are still paying the installments. Every single morning. This is the human code. File 2. The worst deal in human history. Part 1. The free people. For hundreds of thousands of years, humans lived as hunters and gatherers. And honestly, the reviews were pretty good. Your body still remembers that life. Your eyes lock onto ripe fruit colors instantly. Your legs are built for 10 kilometers a day. By many estimates, your ancestors worked around 30 to 40 hours a week, including the commute. Their menu had dozens of wild foods. Fish, nuts, berries, honey, game. A Stone Age buffet. No bosses, no landlords, no inbox. If a place got boring or dangerous, they simply walked away. Anthropologists who met the last hunter-gatherers found something awkward. They had more free time than modern office workers. And their bones tell us they were tall, strong, and surprisingly healthy. Remember that. It matters in a minute. Part 2. The Golden Trap. Then, about 12,000 years ago, in the hills of the Middle East, someone got interested in a grass. Wheat. Planting it seemed like genius. Stay in one place. Grow your own food. Control the future. What could possibly go wrong? Well, wheat is demanding. It hates rocks, hates weeds, loves water. So humans broke their backs moving rocks and hauling water for a grass. At first, it was just a little extra work. Clear a field, water it, guard it, then a little more, then all of it. More food meant more babies. More babies meant more mouths. More mouths meant, you guessed it, more wheat. And here's the cruel math. Farming fed more people, but it fed them worse. Quantity exploded. Quality collapsed. Within a few generations, the trap snapped shut. Nobody could go back. There were simply too many mouths to feed. And it happened independently. Rice in China, corn in Mexico, as if the same trap was waiting on every continent. Which is why Harari asks the brutal question, did we domesticate wheat, or did wheat domesticate us? 10,000 years ago, wheat was a wild grass in one corner of the planet. Today it covers areas the size of countries. Genetically speaking, wheat won. Part 3. The fine print. Now the price. The human body never evolved for farming. Carrying water, grinding grain, bending over fields, sunrise to sunset. Ancient skeletons show the receipts. Slipped discs, arthritis, hernias. Farming literally reshaped human bones. Even teeth changed. Stone dust and flour sanded them flat. And all that starch, cavities exploded. The menu collapsed too, from dozens of wild foods to porridge, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, for life. And one bad season, one flood, one insect swarm, that was no longer an inconvenience. That was famine. Living next to animals brought gifts as well. Flu from pigs and birds, measles from cattle, and crowded villages made everything spread. The granary even invented a new emotion at scale. Worry about next year. Anxiety got a permanent address. Early farmers were shorter than their ancestors. They died younger and worked harder. That is not an upgrade. That is a subscription you cannot cancel. Part 4. So who won? Here's the twist. Farming created something brand new in history. The surplus. Extra grain, sitting in a storehouse. And surplus created a brand new kind of human. People who do not grow food. Kings, priests, soldiers, tax collectors. For the first time ever, some people could spend their whole lives fighting, praying, or ruling. The farmer paid for all three. Every pyramid, every temple, every empire in the ancient world was paid for with farmers' grain, usually without asking the farmers. Even writing was born to track that grain. The oldest documents on Earth are not poems or prayers. They are tax records. Remember File 1? Stories hold strangers together. The surplus is what made those stories profitable. So yes, the deal built civilization. It just forgot to pay the people doing the actual work. For about 10,000 years. Part 5. The Luxury Trap. Now, before you feel superior to those farmers, check your pocket. The trap got a modern firmware update. Email promised to save time. Now you answer 50 a day. The washing machine freed our hours. Standards simply rose and ate them. Every upgrade becomes a baseline. Every luxury becomes a need. Sound familiar? It is wheat. all over again. We grow more food than any generation in history and spend fortunes trying not to eat it. The buffet came back as a trap. That is the luxury trap. Humans chase easier lives and accidentally build cages out of the upgrades. Your alarm clock is the village bell. Your deadline is the harvest. The field did not disappear. It moved into your phone. Part 6. The verdict. So, was farming really the worst deal in history? Here is the honest answer. For the individual farmer? Probably yes. But that deal bought something no hunter could even imagine. Cities, writing, medicine, music, science. No farming, no spare hands. No spare hands, no musicians. No doctors, no teachers, no you, watching this. The deal sacrificed the comfort of 100 generations to buy the existence of billions. You are the payoff. The free people never knew they were making the deal. You do, and that knowledge is the only refund history offers. Was it worth it? That is one of the biggest open questions our species has, and you get to live inside the answer. This was the Human Code, File 2. Next file. You are breathing Caesar's last breath. Right now? Literally. Subscribe and find out why.